Welcome! This is Jane Gardner, and welcome to Solopreneur Success Strategies. Hi. If you want to subscribe, go over to jgtips.com/YouTube because I have all the Solopreneur Success Strategy shows over there on YouTube. But today is Get Your Message Out Tuesday, where we talk about your brand, your website, and your social media messaging and how it relates to your brand. And right now we're working on website. But first off, I guess I should tell you who I am. I'm Jane Gardner. I work with my husband for the last 20 years in our structural engineering firm in Western Canada. And about 3 years ago, I went out onto the internet to see how I could help other people become successful entrepreneurs. So let's get started. I've been talking about brand. Let's just get back to me and say I do have other shows for those who are new to the show. I have Mindset Monday, where I talk about mindset. Wednesday is World Domination Wednesday, where I talk about you and your customer and customer service and how to get customers and how to keep them. Thursday is the Jill or Jack of all trades Thursday, because as a solopreneur, you need to know the skills and knowledge in order to be good in your business. Friday is Freebie Fridays, where I talk about free software and tools you can use in your business. Saturday is System Saturday, where I look at some of the systems you can put into your business in order to free up your time to make more money by getting more clients, as well as more time with your family. Sunday is Strategy Sunday, where we look at your goal and vision for your plan and how to put it into a business plan and adapt it every year. So I have a full week of 7 days of shows on Solopreneur Success Strategies TV. I did this as a form of training for my audience, and I hope that you will find information that is informative to you. So that's why I did it. And this is part of my brand, is to be an online education trainer. So I think I might have to put that on my website. We're talking about websites today. So let's have a look at what we've been talking about, and then we'll get on to today's training. And that's not it. There it is. So the current episode of Get Your Message Out Tuesday is always at jgtips.com/GYMOT on my website at jane-gardner.com. So feel free to go there anytime to look at the current episode. If you're on audio, I am actually on video here, so you might find it easier to learn. As well, I have an offer. It's called Build Your Own Brand in a Week, and you can go to jgtips.com/brand and find out more about that. It's an early bird offer in order to be one of the first people to help me get the brand course going. We look at identifying your unique benefits, differentiating yourself from your competitors, identifying your market, naming your product, developing your messaging, measuring how effective your brand messaging is, and reassessing and refining. Because once you have your messaging, you can attract your ideal customer. So that's at jgtips.com/brand. And as I mentioned, I'm Jane Gardner of jane-gardner.com. And I just put this up here in case you don't know how to spell my name. There are over 3.4 billion people by now on the internet using it, and I'm sure your market is out there. So we have to define your ideal customers and get your messaging going so that you can attract them to you, as well as, of course, connect with them through social media. So we have been talking about you and your brand for 4 weeks, and now we're on to you and your website. And then we'll be going on to you and social media, some of the reasons for different social media, as well as looking at them and how to set them up with your messaging and brand. So a brand is your promise, your commitment, and what you stand for and stand against in your business. It is all about your messaging. It is messaging that is consistent, accepted by your customer, and has a unique edge to differentiate yourself from your competitors. So basically, your brand is your message. It's not your logo or your colors. Those are elements of your brand. So you need to be consistent in your messages, unique from your competitors, and the customers have to be attracted to your messages in order to connect with you. So we're talking now about your website messaging. We already had a look at some of the things that you have to look at. We talked about your homepage, and last week we looked at what is the primary goal of your website. Depending on what type of website you have, you may have a different goal from someone else. If you're an educator, you will have a different goal for your homepage versus someone who is an entertainer, or someone who wants you to just opt into a tool that they have or something. Well, anyway, we can't talk specifically. You can look at last week's episode on that. Let's get on to ours. So basically, the summary from last week is that your homepage is your home on the web. It's the first, and the homepage is like the entrance door to your website. So you have to ask yourself, what is going to be the function of your homepage? Is it going to inform your visitor about your business? Is it going to provide education to your visitor? Are you going to be selling things on your homepage, or are you going to leave that to the sales pages? Do you want it to be the entrance into a membership or an entrance into the use of your software? Or do you want to get them to stay by providing free stuff on your blog, or you want a blog showing some of the wisdom of yourself and what you do? So there's a different functions for your homepage, and you have to decide what the function is that you want to have for your homepage. So how does your homepage reflect your brand? And how does your homepage reflect your messaging? So knowing who your potential customers are, what are the messages they are looking for when they visit? When they clicked on a link that you sent out onto the internet, wherever it might be, and what it said, are they expecting your messaging to be the same when they come to your website? What is the solution they are looking for when they visit? If you can get those two answers to those two questions, then you're going to be very good at keeping your customers staying on your website and your visitors, and possibly going in looking at more information about your business. So put yourself in your visitor's shoes. Who is this? What do they do? What makes them different? What else do they have to offer? These are the types of questions that your content should answer. So the elements of a good homepage are it's compelling and makes your visitors want to stay and interact. It is clear and speaks to their expectations. It's well organized and easy to take in. And so we're going to have a look at just a brief idea on various types of websites. So this is a website for a university, and it's a very simple. This is what you see when you click on it to begin with. And there's the question, how can we help? And then basically they sort of give you an answer in terms of the systems they have that every business needs. And then there's a simple menu at the top, which of course you can probably look through if you want to further. And then we have another website where there is a video meeting you, and it loads automatically, and she talks to you. And then of course you go in and you look at all her programs that are right on the home page. If you want to go any further, you have to click in and go look. That's actually a nice design. I wonder if I should do that one. And then you have something like Linda, which is educational. It's very simple. Tagline, learn a new skill online on your time, and start your free trial. So no obligation, Just go and have a look. There's a list of all the courses or subject topics, and boom, you can go and try it for free. So no reason to rush off on that one. But then there's one like Porsche, which just says welcome. I mean, really, Porsche, that's all they need is welcome. If you're going to be interested in buying a Porsche, you already know what you want, and all you have to do is go into and find someone to sell it to you. They don't need to educate you on the Porsche. And then there's something like this, which goes, wow, which is, it's Red Bull, actually, which is the energy drink. But from this website, you wouldn't even know that, except from the logo. When people come to this website, the immediate thing is watch this video. Learn how to train. Look at the events that are coming up. Win a wild card, whatever that is, to etc. So these are all activities, and they know the type of people who are coming to Red Bull, because Red Bull, of course, sponsors motocross or any whatever that is. And so when they put in the name Red Bull, they know where they're going, and that's what their market wants. So from last time, I think I showed you to my website, I'm actually doing some changes to my website because I did a bit of analysis, and I'm deleting the social media right here. I'm deleting those. I have them further down, and all they are is a distraction. I'm deleting the Facebook, which shows, how many people like me or whatever. What's my current post on Facebook, because that's a distraction. This is a post here. I want that, and I want a simple menu. And then I've changed this feature box because no one wants to know have a welcome from me. What they want is to have something valuable. So I'll put up an opt-in for a money mindset. If you go there, you can get an ebook on changing your money mindset. As well, I think I took out the contact us distract box there, and I think I have a little one that's faded over here. So I've been doing some work on my website, and maybe next week we'll have a look at it again. For my target audience, I think that the blues are very calming, and I think that implement is a very, how can I say it, word that I think would attract my visitors who are having problems moving forward in their business and they want to implement. So that's why I keep these kind of ideas, my taglines in there. So let's get on with it. So next week I'll be working on simplifying it even more. So what would your customer want to see on your homepage when they visit? Would they want more information that they could take away? Would they want to just find out what you do and what your product and your service is? And when they come to your homepage, do they want a free ebook on your business to be educated? Or do they just want a simple place to connect with you and put their email in and talk to you directly? Depends on who your customers are. If they already know who you are, then you can make it a fairly simple website. But if they don't know exactly what you're selling, then you should have some information there about that. So really, you really need to know who your visitors and customers are that you want to come to your homepage, because usually it's the first place they come to when they just put in your name. It's all about your customers, so your brand is equal to your messaging, which should speak to your possible customers and prospects who come to visit your website. You should be the solution to their problem, and your homepage especially should at least have some branding so that they understand, oh, this is where jane-gardner.com lives, for example. So yes, I'm going to have to simplify mine a bit, but it's always a work in progress. So next week we'll have a little bit more look at maybe the About Us page. There are about 4 pages that are important to your brand and important to your business on your website, and we're going to go through them. So for the Build Your Own Brand Early Adopter offer, go to jgtips.com/brand and go to jgtips.com/GYMOT for the current show, and contact me at jgardner@jane-gardner.com if you have any questions or you'd like to talk further about building your brand and want to find out where the other shows are, for example. So here I am back again, and thank you for listening. That was a bit long, I guess, but I thought it would be worth having some examples in there rather than just saying, oh, make your website look the way that your customers want. If you think about those various websites and who their customers are, you could probably figure out just by looking at the website because their branding is pretty good. So this is Jane Gardner of jane-gardner.com, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel at jgtips.com/YouTube. You'll get notifications of the new show, and you won't miss any shows, so I think it's worth doing going to jgtips.com/YouTube. YOUTUBE if you're new to YouTube. Not many people are. So until next week, this is Jane Gardner, and thank you for listening.